wanna dance, yeah. Moving, grooving, slip and slide, yeah. Come on, baby, don't you hide. Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby, come on, come on, come on, come on, baby, come on, come on, come on, come on, baby, come on, come on, come on, come on, baby, yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come on, yeah. Don't you baby, don't you baby, don't you baby, yeah.
What's up, everybody? I'm at the gym right now with Mr. Josh Mancuso, black belt Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructor, and our very special guest today, Mr. Thomas G Webb.
Yep.
Who is a professional mixed martial arts fighter and also a personal trainer. And Thomas has had some experience in the military. I'd like to ask him a little bit about that a little bit later. But first of all, Thomas, real quick, for anyone who doesn't know you, hasn't heard of you, how many professional fights have you done and how many amateur fights? What is your experience, basically?
Amateur, I had 6 fights, and professionally, I have 10. And record as an amateur was 3-3, and then pro record is 8-2. It's kind of a funny story of how I've turned pro. Actually, I took the worst ass whooping of my life in my last amateur fight, and I told myself and my dad that I would never take an ass whooping like that for free, and therefore became a professional fighter.
That's a pretty good reason. Like, yeah, I'll get my ass whipped. At least I'm gonna get a damn dollar.
Paycheck.
It wouldn't be fun, dog. It wouldn't.
Man, so I've seen a number of your fights. Do you have a nickname? I don't think you do.
You know what? I don't.
You don't?
I do not have a nickname.
No nickname?
Nope, no nickname. When I first started off, you know, you can't give yourself your own nickname. So, but I did think, like, just because my initials is TW, and I've always considered myself a warrior. I've said true warrior. But then, you know, I was like, well, I'm going to start calling myself the true warrior, and then everybody's going to be like, how you gave yourself that name? Like, yeah, because I did clown people for giving themselves that name too. So, the name just never came.
Yeah, you can tell, especially if you give yourself the name warrior. That's something your boys call you.
Yeah, you know, you get clowned and stuff, and I'm not for getting clowned too often, so.
Yeah. Right on. So, this is our second episode, and I never, up until this point, explained the concept of this show. And I get a lot of questions when I tell people I'm doing this kind of a podcast, because we record at the gym, and everyone in the room right now has cauliflower ear. Let me point that out. If you don't know us.
We do.
And Josh actually has a black eye and cauliflower ear. So
yeah, I'm a double threat.
Yeah, at the moment he's the most legit guy here. So
yeah, if we're going off ugly, then I definitely win today.
Good job, good job, Josh. By the way,
Josh, he's in the affliction shirt and he's on top of the game. Baby.
And you know, it's like Tim would actually laugh at me because you could almost say I'm allergic to MMA because I do one little sparring session with MMA with Aaron Phillips, and his glove catches me on the eye, and then like some sweat gets in there, and it gets infected, and my eye's all puffed up, and it's like you got hit like once.
Yeah, and your face.
My face looks like I got hit by a truck.
Motherfucker got a hematoma the size of a softball.
Yeah. No, it's a lot of swelling. You guys can't see, of course, listening, but
thank God.
Yeah. Right. But anyway, the whole concept of this show, we're filming at a gym, and recording at a gym rather. And we bring in mixed martial arts personalities, but we don't really talk a lot about mixed martial arts type stuff. So why the setup, why the personalities? Because I want the perspective of people with cauliflower ears and black eyes, because I feel like they have something unique to offer. Let me give you an example about what I'm talking about. And I'm glad you're here, Webb, because this discussion is going to get dirty, and it's going to get kind of weird, man. But you knew that when you signed up to jump out the plane, right?
I'm down for dirty, baby.
Oh, man, but I don't know what this is what I'm curious about, is I don't know what the normal human mating ritual is. I don't have... Because
there is none.
Maybe there isn't.
There is no.
Maybe there is no.
There is
I don't
no.
know, dude.
That normal shit is gone.
And maybe it's just because with internet access and because with just information sharing, people can kind of go through the checklist of things to try. You know what I mean?
That's what it is. See,
yeah,
that's what I think it is now. Is because now all that shit is so accessible now. You can look up shit like that.
Yeah.
You can find shit like that if you're curious. You can look for it. You know what I'm
and
saying?
then find people who
and
might
like
be
you said,
into
they're
it.
spreading up info. Like people like sharing all this shit. Like this is what I did to my bitch. You know what I'm saying? Right. But fuck that. I want to try that to my bitch.
Well, see, some people can use it in a positive way and actually increase their relationship. And
Right, there you go.
Like
That's true.
explore their sexuality and like really like reach new heights and think good things.
like that
But then
role-play shit.
you have the other side that just like doesn't go that way, uses it in a negative fashion, winds up degrading themselves, degrading their partner, making people feel uncomfortable, and then and then they can never like be satisfied with just this or just that.
Yeah.
So it's a double-edged story.
I mean, that's with most things anyway.
Exactly,
That's
and
what
it's much like we talked about last time when we talked about steroids. It's like
Right.
it's all about moderation. You know what I mean? It really is.
Well,
and
yeah,
I think
ain't
sex
trying
is
to-
the same.
nothing that's gonna shrink my dick.
Well, my question is though, when you're doing this kind of over the top stuff, it's one thing if this is a random girl you just kind of meet and see and hook up with a few times, but what if it's like really your girlfriend or your fiance or your wife? Like, how do you? I mean, after you ground and pound a girl, what do you look in the eye and say, I view our relationship as a partnership, and I feel like the key is communication. Now, put this gag on. Like, how does that even?
Well,
Dude.
that I don't know. I think that takes a special type of crazy as well.
Yeah.
And it has to be, obviously it has to be consensual. But me personally, I couldn't do that to my wife.
Right.
I couldn't do that to
Hell
my
no.
wife. I couldn't. Like, I wouldn't want, if my wife wanted me to do that, I'd be like, you've lost your mind. I can't, I'm not going to do that to you.
Well, dude, because
For
it's
the
your
simple
wife.
fact, well, it's like, I do that to the hoes. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
No, that makes sense.
I'm not about to treat my wife like no hoe.
Right.
No, you're my wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get it twisted. I'm gonna bang your brains out because I like to fuck.
We all
you.
want a freak in the streets and a freak in the sheets and a hoe in the I don't know.
Lady
in the streets and a freak in the sheets. That's what it is.
There it is. There it is.
Yes, we do want that. Don't get it twisted. I got it. My lady is a freak. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She do a thing, but she take care of her man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had a chick. No lie, I didn't do it because I'm not as dumb as I look. But I had a chick tell me, she was like, "Man, I want you to like fake rape me. Like I want you to
What?
like
No.
bust through my door and like attack
Oh, she might be
me."
trying to set you up,
What?
homie.
Nigga, you think I'm crazy? Boy, mama ain't ready no food this way, nigga. Shit. Man, I was like, at first I'm like, yeah, like, she was leading on, so I'm like, yeah. Then she's like, like a fake rape. I'm like a rape? Oh, no.
No.
Though that 4-letter word in T Webb don't go in the same sentence.
No.
I was
Hey.
like, you know what? I'm good.
I had I'm not gonna say his name because I don't know if he wants to tell the story, but I know a dude who told me that he had a chick that her thing was she wanted to give him head, but she wanted him to hold a gun to her head.
What?
It's somebody you all know. I'm not gonna get into that, but
Oh, wow.
But yeah, like that was the thing, and he was like, his thing was like, well, it wasn't loaded, and I wanted head, so. I'm like, so yeah, he went through with it. I think it happened a couple times. Then he finally had to tell her to bounce.
That sounds like some
Oh, wow.
Flanagan stuff.
Oh, we dropped a name. He wouldn't care. Though.
It wasn't him.
No, I know it wasn't him because he wouldn't care if you tell us that.
exactly.
Flanagan would be like, hell yeah.
I just took out my gun. What's the big deal?
Pull out my gun. And his would be different. Flanagan's story would be like, yeah, it was loaded.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
We should get him on the show.
Good point.
Oh my god! But
Man, you could say that like as crazy as that sounds though, like there's in the real scheme of like sexual craziness, like it's really like not that crazy. Like look at the cuckolding thing.
Mm-hmm.
How crazy is that? Are you familiar with this?
Oh wait, no, explain.
So you're probably not
A
even
lot of
familiar with
people
this because
aren't.
it's so ridiculous. But I'm on Reddit all the time, and so like I started looking at the sex Reddit, and whatever, and there was some like crazy shit in there, man. And basically, cuckolding is where they would. It's usually, let me get this straight. It's usually white dudes. I'm gonna say that, but a black dude is usually involved. I'll tell you in one way.
Oh my god!
So basically, like he'll be married, and he'll send his wife out to go get what they call a bull, and a bull is like a black dude with a big old dick. So basically, like some of them will go with him, but a lot of them will just send his wife out on a date with this guy, so she'll get pegged to the floor by this guy, and like she'll send texts and pictures and like, or like he's about to fuck me, or like all this stuff.
Wow.
And like the guy is sitting back home like getting off on this, and some of them, man, I don't even like talk about it. Some of them will go with them and watch the dude like rail his old lady, and then like actually like just in like to be just what do you call it? Not insulted, but like degraded, just degraded over it.
The husband, the guy does.
Like the dudes will have to like lick it up when they're done sometimes.
No way.
Yeah, man, I read this shit. Like, it's real. It's fucking real.
Man, this is great.
White people.
I wasn't gonna say it, but you motherfucking right. All white people. Ain't no nigga about to lick up no shit like that.
No, ain't.
Yeah, the black guy just shows up to do the pegging. He's like, okay, I'm in my
That's
part.
crazy, dude. Crazy.
That is crazy, dog. And yeah, no, that's called mandingos.
Mandingos. They
Sell
call
them out for the mandingos.
Yeah.
Oh man,
bruh, no.
Was that a summer job once? Though?
You know.
Is this a now what is this a product? Is this a product of excessive internet porn, or is this just a product of like that's his shit? Like, cause was he just like he was always gonna be like a type of guy who liked to watch shit come out of an asshole, or was it like he's already gone through like every section of porn that he can find? He's watched all the training porn he can watch. And he's like, man, I just really gotta see some girl dropping a deuce,
Well, I mean, I think it also goes back to what I was saying, like the extremist portions. Everybody has their limits, you know what I'm saying? But some people they always want to push the limits. What's next? What's the new high? You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying niggas get into some weird motherfucking shit trying to find that high.
And
man, my lady gets mad at me because I like her to wear lingerie. She's like,
I know what?
She's like, what? She's like, you freak. I'm like, maybe there's stores in the mall that sell this stuff. How freaky is it if they sell it at the mall?
Like you can walk in there and see little children running around.
Right.
Like,
that's pretty benign, dude. Imagine you got rough. You just walk out of the bathroom one day with like some boxing gloves and a Bane mask. The Bane boys like, no safety word tonight.
I warn the darkness.
Oh man. Okay, so since we're on the subject of mating habits, because this stuff fascinates me, guys, as you could probably tell, I was looking at a study or an article about a study a while ago, which was published by the National Science Foundation. And it reports, and I've seen a couple other studies like this, by the way. This is not the only one. And there's a reason I'm bringing this up today. It's kind of germane to the people here and the things we're talking about. According to the study, 20% of men, married men, and 15% of married women report that they have been unfaithful. They have cheated on their
Wait, what are these
significant
percents
other.
again? Say one more.
Okay, 20%, and again, this is... Take these numbers however you will.
Sure, it's a survey.
Yeah, National Science Foundation, but it is legitimate, and I've seen a couple of the studies backing this up. 20% of men and 15% of women married report that they have been unfaithful, that they have cheated on their husband or wife. Now, the reason it's interesting is because Thomas is a personal trainer. I'm a personal trainer. And in that field, it's, for anyone who isn't familiar with it, imagine kind of being like the pool boy.
Right.
I guess. Because you have a lot of women, most gym members are females.
Right.
And you can't, yeah, right. And you can't make any generalization about all the kind of people who come in, but you do get the women who are a little bit bored, who have a little extra money and a lot of extra free time, and they're looking around. It does happen. I mean, you see a lot of that. That's one interesting thing about this type of work. And I guess what kind of fascinates me is that so many people are kind of conflicted about what they really want. Because when you cheat on your wife or your husband, it's not just a matter of dishonesty. You have to reconcile in your mind that you're not totally fulfilled with the commitment you made. Right. That you bought on this, but there's something about this investment you made that isn't fulfilling you. So you have to go out. I
have theories.
I think there's a lot of reasons people do it. Yeah.
I think, and mine is very from a different perspective than what most people think. I think that women were not meant to be monogamous. I think it's women, and I'll tell you why.
You sold me.
Okay. I'll tell you why, and you got to follow me to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
because okay, so men usually cheat in a marriage due to lack of sex, lack of attention. That's generally why. I'm not saying that's everything, but I think that's generally why they look elsewhere, because they're not being satisfied at home. And I think the reason because that is if because a woman just gets really bored with their partner, and just it isn't exciting to them anymore. That said, as soon as that person gets divorced, they're fucking the whole block.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're gonna get ran through.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like that's just when you get divorced, it's like, oh, she about to get ran through.
Oh, yeah.
And then she'll kind of like reel it back in, and be like, oh, wait a second, I can't be giving this shit away like that. But like,
Yeah.
but every time she's excited, she's new. It's you know she wants to have sex all the time now. But when she was married, she didn't want to do that because you know it's not exciting no matter what. And you know the man gets blamed for not providing that excitement. But man, when you're living in the mundane, you know, average 9 to 5 life, it's hard to be like, you know, this is how, you know, I'm going to excite you today or whatever. So my thing is this. As a man, I could have sex with one woman the rest of my life as long as she's attractive and loving and those types of things. And I'll be excited to have sex with her at least every couple of days, straight up. But like a woman, on the other hand, it just doesn't excite her anymore. And so next thing you know, that's what leads, in my opinion, to a lot of these types of situations.
Yeah.
So it's weird, but I feel like women should not be monogamous.
Yeah.
Ooh!
Webb is literally raising his hand right now.
All right, so
you can't see. Yeah.
I can agree with you on some things, but I'm gonna be real with you. I think it's the exact opposite as far as I think it's men. For the simple fact, I think men are conquerors. That's what we are. We are conquerors. You know what I'm saying? You see something, you want it, you go for it. It's men. I feel men because I do think a woman. Now I do agree with you that a woman does get bored.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I do feel that a woman does get bored, but I think with a woman they get bored with the relationship and therefore stop having sex with their men. They don't necessarily go cheat. They just
No, they won't go cheat because they don't operate like that.
Yeah,
They'll just be
that's what I'm saying.
fine like with the way it is.
And then I do feel
until
like
they get that pool boy.
until they get that pool boy.
Until that opportunity
You know what
presents
I'm saying?
itself.
But nah, you do also have some women that it's like they're in relationships with a dude just not showing them no kind of love.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying?
of course.
And then,
Yeah, let me roll back a second and say that you're totally right, and it's definitely not always. I'm not saying it's always one's fault.
No,
I just think that like sometimes that's what leads to it. But no, some dudes are just dicks and don't respect their woman and don't appreciate the woman. Don't tell her she's beautiful. Don't tell her anything like that.
Right
But see, it's hard for me to recognize it because I ain't that dude.
I know.
You know what I mean? I ain't that dude. I give
But
my
no,
wife
I'm just
compliments and
saying,
everything.
my like the only thing I was disagreeing with you with.
No, I
just
get
saying,
your point.
Yeah,
Men are conquerors.
Oh, fuck
and
yeah,
listen,
dude.
when I was single, that's definitely the way I felt, straight up. I guess I've just
man.
been in this other situation for a long time, so I don't forgot what it's like on me.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm newly, you know what I'm saying, newly married and everything, and the temptation is there, bro. Like that's why I stay to my motherfucking self, nigga. Like, I'm serious, bro. This shit is rough, nigga. I go out like, all right. I've never been the type to like always just approach women. You know what I'm saying? But if I really saw somebody I want to go at them, I'm gonna find a way to meet. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna bullshit. I'm gonna be me and do what I do, and I'm a flirtatious dude. Next thing I know, I'm gonna try to go at you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So me, I just like keep myself out of that shit. Go sit your ass in the house.
It's interesting what you guys say about the whole conquer mentality because you probably noticed that a lot of great men, a lot of great athletes and elected officials and entrepreneurs are also world-class womanizers.
True.
World-class. And I think...
Dude, like look at Muhammad Ali.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Great example.
Greatest fucking boxer ever lived.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for that movie with Will Smith, nobody would have knew that shit. You know what I'm saying? That dude went around fucking everything.
Oh, he had girls all over the place. Yeah.
Martin Luther King. Fucked everything.
Womanizer.
Hey, bro, I'm saying, and like, it's that the only thing about it, I say that, but it doesn't down their character as to what they did. It's just like
No,
I
that's
said,
just... You know what?
They conquered. They went after. They saw a piece of pussy. They went for it.
I think that's what it is, man. I think it's because they had that win-win-win mentality. Like you put Michael G's a good example. He had a lot of women. You put Michael Jordan or Magic Johnson on the court. They want to score all the points.
Right.
They will
Right,
score
right.
500 points in a game if you
Wilt
let
Chamberlain.
them. Wilt Chamberlain. There we
Perfect.
go.
Oh, yeah.
That motherfucker got over 1,000 women on this. You know what I'm saying? Every nigga on earth trying to catch Will Chamberlain status. You know what I'm saying? Every nigga.
He set the bar
in
pretty
my
high,
high school
though.
did that shit.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm trying to get Will Chamberlain status. I'm telling you.
You know my favorite story about Tiger Woods. Big fan of that guy. And I don't even like golf, by the way. I think golf is boring, but
I'm a Tiger fan.
oh yeah, no, the guy's a winner. Listen, actually, one of the guys I trained with, Danny, was telling me the story about one of the girls, one of the many girls Tiger was seeing, and she wrote a little article about him in some magazine. And the story was that she was seeing this guy for like a couple months. This is, of course, when he was married. And the only thing he ever brought this girl was a Subway sandwich.
Holy shit.
You know what tells me? So Tiger Woods is a winner. Like
Yeah.
that's why,
But see,
because he plays
that's
to
where you
win.
wrong. That's where you wrong.
Really?
That's where you wrong.
Uh-huh.
You had the wrong mentality. He did not bring her just a Subway sandwich.
Uh-huh.
He brought her that dick.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what he brought her. And she was happy to get that. He probably ate that Subway
You know what he really
sandwich.
brought her? He brought her an opportunity that she might get rich.
Yeah.
That's what he really brought her.
Oh, yeah.
He brought her Tiger Woods, one of
Yeah.
the richest men in sports. You know what I mean?
That's
And
exactly
she's
what I
like,
mean.
She's like, I might cash this check. And you know what? When it's all said and done, after all that controversy came out, she probably did.
Yeah.
I'm sure she cashed in.
Yeah, come on, yeah, fuck that. But I'm gonna tell you like this: a lot of them cashed in. As soon as one spilled the beans, come on, man, they all like,
yeah.
oh, well, shit, she getting some, mom. Yeah, you want to test it? He done put that dick in that too. You know what I'm saying? They all trying to get some of that.
Yeah.
I agree to that.
I wonder how many women, because what was the official, what were the official stats on Tiger? What was it, like 300?
Oh, I don't know.
And I'm sure it had to be higher, because those are the ones that came out about it.
Right.
So come on,
But
right?
you also have to wonder, like, how
Those
many
are the
How many are
Yeah.
true?
how many are legitimate?
How many are
you know?
true?
How many
That's true.
trying
That
to
is
get named
true.
in
Because just
life.
like I'm saying, just like you got the bitches that's like don't want to get out there because it's true. You got those that's like, oh shit, it's money. I could probably get some of this
Right.
money
That's
too.
true, yeah. So he might have, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, flirted with him one time or just whatever.
Might have not even
waved to
seen
him.
that bitch. Either.
Or waved to him in a crowd. Yeah.
Oh, he my baby daddy.
Right.
Your baby is completely white. Bitch got blue eyes and blonde hair. Oh, ain't his baby.
Yeah. And on the subject of the conquering mentality, and again, this is a good group of guys to have for this discussion. We want to talk about testosterone, guys. Testosterone. Why? Because I feel like testosterone has played a very pivotal role in the entire way our civilization has developed. Because I feel like it creates so much, but yet it's so destructive
Absolutely.
at the same time. And you know what I mean, because testosterone leads to great ambition. It's the same thing that makes Michael Jordan or Wilt Chamberlain score 100 points in a game, but then, you know, maybe crash a car,
Right.
maybe catch hepatitis, that kind of thing. Let me give you a...
thing. They got Genghis Khan to take over all of
Right,
it.
Genghis Khan, lots of testosterone. Let me give you a really good example of how of the pitfalls and the advantages of testosterone. So you might have learned this in like driver's ed or defensive driving, but I think this is true in every state in America. Men statistically get in fewer car crashes. Women get in more car crashes, but men do more damage. But I think you know,
car, you need to total that bitch. I don't need no scratch on that motherfucker. I ain't trying to fix it. I want a brand new.
yeah, and I think the reason is testosterone. Because if you're in a parking lot, because testosterone leads to more ambition. It leads to risk-taking activities. It leads to aggression. So you're not going to make little mistakes like, oh, do I turn left? You're going to go. You're going to go with commitment. But when you hit, it's going to be bad. It's going to be like 14 car pile up. Bad.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, I mean, you could say, like, look at Gandhi, who probably had the least amount of testosterone and ultimate wisdom.
Yeah, right?
You know what I mean? But he wasn't,
Yeah.
you know, he wasn't going to be playing lineman. You know what I'm saying?
But you guys probably feel this too because, you know, we work at a gym, so you know that a lot of those testosterone plus, supplements are becoming a really big thing. There's a lot of drugs out there. There's supplements, some of which actually work, some of which don't. But there's a lot of things you can do naturally just to boost your test levels. Just
Exercise.
athleticism,
Yeah.
exercise,
That's what
lifts, that kind of thing. So Webb, you probably feel, because I know, not trying to bust your balls, man, but I know you're not always, let me just say, when you started training mixed martial arts again, when I started training a few years ago, you weren't in the best shape at first.
Hey, who you trying to sugarcoat? I was a fat motherfucker. Yeah, I sugarcoat shit. You ain't hurt my feelings, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm a fat son of a bitch. Everybody that know me know that shit.
Yeah, well, you said it, not me. So you probably feel, and Josh was, man, you were, before you started training,
He was a fat son of a bitch too.
Yeah,
and you smoked. You were not in good shape
Yeah,
when you
Yeah,
started.
I was a heavy smoker and
Yeah.
205 pounds before I got in the gym. But yet, half my family tells me I should be quitting doing jiu-jitsu because it's affecting me negatively. Even though when I started, I was, you know, borderline obese and smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day. But they're worried I won't be able to tie my shoes when I'm 60. That's, you know, like,
That's what I'm saying.
I think I'll take my chances with the jiu-jitsu.
But I want to ask you guys, so do you really, have you noticed that difference? Like when you start getting in shape, when you put on some muscle mass and the test levels, man, like, not just like you move better, but just the way you feel,
Everything's better.
the way you
Everything's
react.
Come on, y'all already know. All right, I go from fluffy to fit in like 30 days.
Right.
Yeah, you really do.
if you watch me work out when I first come back, you know, from whatever hiatus, when I first come back, I'm the laziest fucker ever, dude. Like, I don't have no drive. You watch me now. I've been, you know, training hard for the past, like, fucking month and a half.
Yeah, I train with you, man. It's intense.
I go. Like,
Right.
I'm trying to get it now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to be the top dog on the mat every time. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like, it's that alpha male syndrome. We all got that alpha male syndrome.
Absolutely.
You want to be top dog, you know what I'm saying? Some people want it more than others. Once again, that goes to the testosterone level you was talking about, you know what I'm saying? And I feel once you in shape and you feeling good about yourself, you want to show that shit. And you can go out and like in what we do, jiu-jitsu, MMA, and all that stuff, like, we really like, you know, man versus man. I'm about to prove that I'm better than you right now.
Right.
And I mean, it's just a friendly competition. Cause like me, you like me and Josh, we'll go at it. Sometimes we'll be sitting there just flowing around, and then sometimes Josh start that boot scoop thing where he tries to, you know what I'm saying? Like, he start coming at me real hard, and he's smiling, and I'm smiling right back at him. We just going at it hard. You know what I'm saying? But right after, we still cool. It's just he was trying to whip my ass, I was trying to whip his ass.
Right.
That's all it is.
It's a very interesting dynamic, you know, when you really think about it.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, this might be kind of straying a little bit, but like, it's so funny with like, you know, it being involved in a mixed martial arts, jiu-jitsu, combat sports scenario, because like, I remember when I was in high school, like, if your girlfriend cheated on you with your friend, or you betrayed your friend or whatever, then it would be like, all right, we're gonna fight. So it would be a fight, right? But like in this, in this application, like, we fight all the time, like literally fist fight or grapple or whatever. So it's almost like, what is the next step? I mean, like, if Andrew and I get mad at each other, and Andrew's like, fuck you, man, I'm gonna fight. And it's like, all right, is it Wednesday at 6:30? It's like,
I'll see you Tuesday then.
Like, the shit was gonna happen anyway. Are you just gonna do it with more, like, with a mean look in your eye? What's the difference? You know, we generally know how this is gonna go. It's happened a number of times. So I guess maybe that's why there's sometimes passive aggressiveness in the gym. Maybe when people get mad at each other,
Because there's nothing else to
right,
do.
there's nowhere else to go.
Honestly, that's why people like. I mean, if you think about it, with the past situations we've had, you know what I'm saying, with different people just talk shit on each other.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it is to do. Like, I'm saying, you gonna fight? No.
Y'all
Come
already
on,
fight.
we fight anyway. We gonna fight tonight
We should
anyway.
resort to water balloons. I think water
to resolve personal disputes.
because
I said rock, paper, scissors, nigga.
well, see, with water balloons, at least, like, we'll probably laugh when it's you know what I mean. We'll probably
We'll get it
laugh.
out
You
there.
got hit with a water balloon. You know what I mean?
You know, the other problem though,
I'll laugh you
is
if I punch you in the face.
talking about the pitfalls of testosterone, because there are perks to it, but when you have too much of anything,
Oh, yeah.
and especially you have too many alpha personalities, things get weird. If you guys, I'm not a huge fan of the show, but if you've watched the Ultimate Fighter show,
Oh, great example.
oh yeah, actually I know Tim Crater, one of my coaches, was
Right.
on there. He told me about it, and I remember watching that season with him on it, and there was a point of just an absolute breakdown because you have a bunch of guys who are all
headbutting the walls and shit.
Oh yeah, they destroyed the house.
And it's almost
They
like
went
shirts are
crazy.
illegal to be worn in there.
Yeah.
It's like there's so much testosterone, like no one's allowed to wear a shirt.
Yeah, that's part of the problem, man. is that
But you
if-
gotta
if-
understand
yeah.
that though, and this goes. I can explain this. I wouldn't have on the show, but I mean,
Right.
fuck, I was in Afghanistan for a year, nigga, and I was in a tent with 7 motherfuckers as big as this room we in right now.
Oh
dog.
wow.
You know what I'm saying? And like, imagine that testosterone. You getting shot at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
motherfuckers shooting rockets at you and shit.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Everybody amped up. You in kill mode. You know what I'm saying? Like you amped up and shit. So
That's true.
I know what I know how it is. The only difference between us and them is they had alcohol.
Yeah, that's
Where it starts getting uncontrollable.
Yeah.
And that's why those motherfuckers, like, you put them in a fucking, like, they're in a house. Their only escape is to go beat the fuck out of each other.
Right.
Every day, twice a day. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, at home, just like you were saying, at home, what else you gonna do? Tear the fucking house up, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you can do. You can't watch TV. You can read some books, but, I mean, really?
Right.
Really? Is that gonna get your release?
Is that going to be a release?
Yeah, is that gonna get your release as a fighter? No,
Right.
dude. Like, motherfuckers losing their mind in that
This is
bitch,
why,
dude.
man. This is why men have to interact with women. You have to have that feminine energy.
Oh, you have to.
Or you will go
You have to
crazy.
the yin to the yang,
Dude,
man.
shit,
Even gay guys need to have like
Gay guys
female
hang with women
friends.
all the time.
Right, they have to, man. That's why. And also, I think we have to have women in on the. He's on the phone. It's like, no.
All right, we're good.
Okay, just tell me when we're on.
We're on.
Where do we leave on?
We're just talking about testosterone downfalls.
Yeah, and why it's good again to have women, feminine energy in
Yes.
on the decision making process.
Because men can be fucking retarded. I'll be the first to say it. I'm the dumbest son of a
No,
bitch.
you know what's funny? Here's a great example of that.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this might just be me being married. I will have I'll be putting a lot of thought into something, and I will ask my wife's advice. And let me tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
She's learned a lot about combat sports, jiu-jitsu, ATVs, all the stuff that I've been into over the years. She knows a decent bit about it. But really, when it comes to decision making on what I should be doing in this, she really doesn't know enough to be giving me advice.
Right.
But if I'm baby, what do you think? Da-da-da-da, or da-da-da-da. And she's like, oh, you should da-da-da-da. I'm like, all right.
Yes.
I'm like, why am I listening to her?
Why?
But her opinion
Yeah.
has a lot of value on something
Right.
that it should not.
Yeah.
It should not. If I was asking when's the best time to buy the Victoria's Secret semi-annual sale, that would
I
be
think you should ask her anyway. She don't like lingerie.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't
No,
down.
don't get twisted. Don't get twisted. She loves some Victoria's Secret.
Oh,
but
yeah,
that
Girls
said,
usually do. Yeah.
yes, they all do. But that said, it's crazy that estrogen, you need
That
that
balance.
yin and yang, and I think that's why the institution of marriage is so important.
And just interacting with. Oh, what's up, Gabe Miller? Everybody has just walked in. Yes, Gabe, we're going to call you out.
This is one of the pitfalls of doing a podcast inside of a gym. Is sometimes people are in the gym.
I wouldn't call it a pitfall, actually.
Yeah.
Just more like having random guys. Gabe, would you like to say anything? Like have a seat? We're here with Thomas Webb.
Hello, all you ladies out there.
Sadly, I don't think our women fan base is very.
Yeah. Well, now it just built up. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
It is true.
We've just doubled our viewership or listeners or whatever.
yeah.
So
Feature Gabe Miller.
really appreciate that. So, anyway, Webb, kind of changing gears. I wanted to ask you, man, a little bit about your time in the military. And you were in the National Guard. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So, real quick, what was your rank? What was your job? Basically, what did you do?
All right, I was an engineer. My rank as I got out was an E5, a sergeant. I was a squad leader. I had a group of 6 guys. But what I did, I was just heavy equipment operator. Pretty much, I tore shit up. When I was in Afghanistan, we were in Salerno. I went out there 2004 to 2005, April to April, and we were on the base of Salerno, and it was a real small base. It literally was about as big as this parking lot we're in. And so our job was to build it up to be as big as Bagram and Kandahar, which at that time was 3 times as big. So we had a year to do that. Everybody's living in tents. We had a chow hall that was straight wood. We didn't have too much of anything.
Right.
So that the whole time we was out there, we were tearing down roads, tearing down trees, and then building our camp, expanding our camp.
Yeah.
out there,
So you
stuff
would
like
operate bulldozers.
that. bulldozers, front end loaders, all that stuff. And we had some jobs out the wire because you had to go out there, but there was very few times that I literally went into the shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That wasn't my job, but I did have to go in the shit. And speaking of going in the shit, the funniest story ever, and this is the difference between National Guardsmen and Rangers. Okay?
Right.
So we go in there and we go through this thing called a wadi. It's pretty much a big ass ditch, right? One of the Humvees bottoms out, gets washed away, right? So guy jumps, the guy that was in it gets out. I say gets washed, he just gets pushed down a little bit, gets stuck. So he gets out and we get to the other side, and it's starting to go down. It's clear field here, and grass up to your right below your chest this way. So motherfuckers can be hiding in this shit, right? So it's getting dark and I'm getting nervous. I'm in my truck man, these niggas sneak up on us, they can start shooting at us. I don't know what's going on. I'd rather see this shit. I can't see them, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucking Ranger, dog. He's on top of my trailer bed, walking back and forth, going come on, you motherfucking sucking son of a bitches. I want y'all to start shooting at me. I'm man, yo, sit your motherfucking ass down, dog. Once again, back that
real?
testosterone shit. Yeah, bro, this motherfucker's crazy. He
man.
was ready to fight, dog. He was ready to go.
Dude, he's calling out Al Qaeda. That's pretty. Dude, that's
Look
pretty-
at Apocalypse Now. Look at Apocalypse Now. That was supposed to be a pretty accurate depiction of Vietnam War.
Yeah.
Bombs would be landing around that sergeant. He's surf or fight. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
who's
nigga.
surfing?
And they're playing Flight of the Valkyries. And,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You ain't got, you when the shit hits the fan, you can't just sit you have no time to freeze. You
Right.
can't freeze. Shit needs to happen. No matter what lands right here, if it don't hit you, get the fuck going. You know what I'm saying?
I think it boils down to also humans are just adaptive creatures. And,
Oh, definitely.
whether you're in jail, in the army, in you know whatever it is you're at, like you will adapt and it will become normal. You know what I
Right.
mean?
A human being main function learns how to survive.
Yes.
No matter what you're gonna learn how to survive in that environment. And that's how honestly you wanna, and I'll be as truthful. I was more happy when I was in. I said more happy. I was happier when I was in Afghanistan.
Really?
Yes.
As happier than
Being here.
really?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you why.
Wow.
Because
That's amazing.
in Afghanistan, yeah, I got shot at and all that stuff, but man, I was free. Like it was a freedom over there, bro. Like I was over there, and yeah, I had my rules and shit, but it's like if I had to handle something, I handled it. You know what I'm saying? Like every day was a new day. I didn't know what the fuck to expect. You know, and it's just like
It was very not like today where normalcy is just a pattern.
Yeah.
Every day, Monday
Yeah.
through Friday,
it's
the
just,
same thing.
and, I mean, and then over there also, it's just like everybody was, and not everybody was cool, but you knew everybody had your back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
You're right.
everybody on that motherfucking post had my back. If this motherfucker starts shooting at me, they gonna start shooting back. No matter if me and this nigga got no argument before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like just here, I'm just not as comfortable. Out there, dude, like out there, like real shit, like I sit somewhere and I'll be chill. Here, if you ever watch me sit anywhere here, like a restaurant or something, I'll be like this. I can't sit still. I can't. I'm always looking at shit.
Right.
Unless I'm in a corner and I'm looking at the door.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like that, man.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not as
It's
uncommon
just-
as you
Oh,
think.
I know.
I agree.
And it's
I
just
know what you mean.
it's just out there. It was so much more comfortable because, like, I knew that shit could jump off at any time. You know what I'm saying? But if shit jumped off, I knew it was gonna jump off, and I could handle.
And you
myself.
trusted the people you're with.
and I trusted everybody that I was
Right.
with. You know what I'm saying? But like now, like I don't know. Every now and
No,
then,
'cause
I
you
don't
don't
know. You know what I'm saying? Like shit could jump off, but I don't know.
And
you know
out here
what
on
I'm
the
saying?
streets, they got some shady motherfuckers.
Fuck yeah,
You know what I
dude.
mean?
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like now it's like I'm always, that's why I like, and that's another reason why I don't go out too. Like, oh, bro, the first when I first got back from Afghanistan, I went to UNO. They had a big ass crawfish ball.
Yeah.
And this, you know, you hear the stories about PTSD. They talk to you in the counseling, and the counseling I had was fucking horrible. It's just all of us in this church and a preacher talking to us for a little bit. That's the counseling we had, which was fucking bullshit. But you know, I didn't think about my mentality. I didn't think I had a mental problem coming back. And you hear PTSD and all that stuff. You're like, you know, whatever.
Right.
And dude, I got back and like the first little gathering I went to was a crawfish ball at UNO's campus, big ass thing, bro. And I just at first I was just like as soon as I got in the car and I saw them people, I was like, fuck. I was like, man, I started sweating. My boy was like, what the fuck wrong with you? I was like, man, I don't fucking know, bro. I'm like, man, I don't know. Like, eyes all big, I'm sweating. I was like, man, fuck, I gotta go. My homeboy was like, come on. We went to the house. I got fucking high on my mind, dog. And I came back to that thing. I ate boiled crawfish because all I was thinking about was eating this fucking crawfish. As soon as I stopped eating that crawfish, I started looking around all these fucking people again. I was like, man, I got the fuck out of here, bro.
Right.
Wow.
I gotta go.
Just too much too soon.
It's too much.
Wow.
Another thing, I'm at my house. I was living with my mom because I just got back and I didn't have a place. And I didn't realize it. I didn't realize like how much of an asshole I was. My mom, I give it to her. She knew how to handle it. Because my mom's that type. She's like, motherfucker, who you talking to?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, my mom knew how to handle me. You know? And I fucking flipped out on my mom over something. I didn't even realize I was flipping. I was like, what the fuck? Da. And my dad comes up to me. He goes, I understand where you came from. You ever talk to my wife like that again, I'm going to shoot you in your fucking chest.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, bro. And I looked and I stood back. I'm like, man, fuck, I did just cuss at my mom. Dog.
Wow.
Like I really just cussed at my mom, nigga.
Right.
What? Cuss at my mama?
Right.
What?
Yeah.
No. Dang, and I'm like, man, I need to chill, bro. And that's when I started like getting into myself more, you know? Like I just that's when I really started staying to myself, dog. Because I
Right.
know, like I have a fucking temper now, dog. Yeah, like a lot of people don't realize this shit because I'm always smiling. That's why I'm smiling, nigga, so I don't get mad. If I get
Right.
mad, I'm flipping the fuck out. And
Right.
I'm not liable for what the fuck I'm gonna do. Like just straight up.
Man.
So that's why I stay to myself, dog. That's why I was happy and high, motherfucker.
Yeah. You know, you hear so much about PTSD with guys coming, especially now. It's like a real problem. And so do you think it's because, I mean, obviously, I can't even imagine the kind of just mental, emotional strain you got to deal with in that situation. Do you think part of it is also kind of what you described about just having to adapt to a completely different...
That's what it is.
Because, like, you're wired for a
That's what it
completely
is.
different
Well, see,
situation.
And this is the thing, and you gotta also think about it. Y'all heard how like what I went through. It wasn't all that. You
Right.
think about these motherfuckers that's in the shit. Like think about that the lone survivor. Think about that type of shit. Like you in that. You got motherfuckers like 4 of y'all. We're gonna drop y'all off here. the base is like 800 miles this way. We're gonna drop y'all off here and let y'all sit here and like, you know, survive for yourself while you watch this motherfucker for 4 days. And if shit get real, you gotta do something about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah.
like every hour somebody is like this. Like every hour somebody is like this on edge waiting for a motherfucker to jump.
Delta Force.
You know
type
what I'm
shit.
saying? Like,
Wow.
and then you go from that shit to here, right?
Yeah, to
What,
Walmart.
every day,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, Walmart. Every day, every situation you had, you've handled it with violence. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because what you were the law. What you say, go. The motherfucker got in your face, you bitch, get on. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, that's how you handle, like, bitch, I'm the law. You know, because that's how you had to be, just straight up. You come here, motherfucker get in your face, what you gonna do? Bitch, get on.
Right. Somebody
That's
cuts you
a
off.
natural reaction.
Somebody cuts you off in a car.
Somebody cuts you
Right.
out of the car. If you got a pistol, you're gonna be like, motherfucker. It's a natural reaction. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? So like you take motherfuckers that just came from straight war, and then you got like Marines especially. They do tours like 4 or 5 tours back to back. Back to back. I mean, like they'll go over there for a year, come home for 3 months, go right back over for another year, come home
Yeah.
for 3 months, go. I know a Marine when I was over there. That nigga was over there for his 5th fucking tour, bro. 5th fucking tour, dog. Like what? Niggas, you serious? You been in this shit? That you might as well live there,
Right.
dog. You might as well
Yeah.
motherfucking live there, cuz. And I mean, you go from there to here, bro, and it's like, what you gonna do when somebody piss you off? You gonna try to break their motherfucking jaw. You know what I'm saying? Because you
Wind up in
back
jail,
in here,
right.
yeah, you're gonna wind up in jail. And that's why I feel that the government just fails the military with that shit, bro. Because I think there should be a fucking enclosed area for motherfuckers that just came back from war.
decompress.
To
Yeah.
get all that shit out, bro. You start getting back into normalcy. Because before you go over there, you get used to it. Like, you start going through training. You get used to the heat. You get used to, all right, you're going to be doing these ruck marches. You're going to be doing this. You're going to be doing that. They train you to get ready mentally for that. But when you come back, you don't get trained for real life. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you come back and they're like, all right, you got PTSD. You can go talk to the vet about this. If you need to talk to somebody. And, you know, like, if you need to talk to somebody, you can talk. But not everybody like me. I was like, motherfucker, I ain't going to talk to nobody.
Right.
I'm good. I don't know what I got. You know, I don't think I got shit. I'm good. And I go home and I flip out on my motherfucking mom.
Right.
But I just went through very little over there. Imagine these motherfuckers that had to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Fight for their motherfucking life. They could be like, oh man, I'm good. They gonna come back and they gonna straight murder motherfuckers, dog. I mean, it is what it is. That's why they need to decompress. They need to go there like, all right, this is like, put them in a fake ass Walmart and be like, I'm serious, bro. That like that type of
Yeah.
shit need to happen. Because
Right.
before I went overseas, I went in a fake ass building and had to do room clearing. So when I come home,
Right.
shouldn't I have to be like deal with some fake ass traffic? Somebody that cut me off in case I want to snap on that nigga? Because you never know, bro. Like, motherfuckers lose their mind, dog, and people want to talk shit on them, but
It's just like
Yeah.
if you've ever seen that movie Jacob's Ladder, that old movie Jacob's Ladder.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was a clear,
That's what that was
how
about.
crazy it is when people come back from something like that and how real. Some people never get it right either, man.
I
And
know.
it's like, man, they gave it all for their country, and then you have to wonder, like, was it worth it? Like,
I know.
It's
I'll
truly
tell you,
a
it is.
shame.
It
You
is
think
worth
so?
it.
You think so?
It is.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Why do you say that?
In that person, it's worth it. Because
Or would you be more
I
likely
have
to say that it was worth it for you?
I'd have to believe in if I give up everything I have for this country, everything I have, I'm gonna believe it's worth it because I gave up everything. I made the decision to give up everything. It's gonna be worth it if I did that. You see what I'm saying? Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now on the outside looking in, no, it's not.
Wow.
Just straight up, it's not.
Yeah.
But as this person, I gave up both my legs for my country. Not me, obviously, not me, guys.
Yeah, I know what you're
But
saying.
if I gave up both my legs for my country, I gave them up for fuck yeah, it was worth it. You know what I'm saying? Did I agree with the war? Probably not, but fuck it, it was worth it. I went over there, I made a decision. I gave my all. And it's going to be worth it because I decided to give my all. But you also got to understand, when I'm over there, like, a lot of people misunderstand that. They're like, oh, you going over there fighting fighting a war for these motherfuckers? No, man. I signed on a dotted line.
Right. Yeah.
So when I
agree
signed
with
on
the
the dotted
contract.
line,
Right.
they're like, hey, you need to go over here. That's cool. I'm going over there. My homie's going over there. I'm fighting for that nigga next to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers that got my back, I got their back just as much. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm going over there like, yeah, go USA government. No. I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
922nd engineering, baby. That's my unit.
Right.
nigga.
You're
Yeah,
going
right
over there
on.
fighting for you. You're
Yeah,
your
the man
guys.
next
Right,
to me.
right,
That's what
right.
I'm going to fight for. You know what I'm saying? I'm going. That's why before. Remember when I was supposed to go to Kuwait.
Yep.
When I was supposed to go
I
to
remember.
Kuwait, I ended up not going. Just backstory. Before, the reason I got out was it came up on my 12th year in the military, and that was time for me to re-enlist. Well, my unit got orders to go to Kuwait. Well, my whole thing was I could have got out and not gone with them, or I could have stayed in and gone with them. right? And it came to a crossroads with my MMA career and, you know, my military career. One was going to have to take a backseat to the other. Because my MMA career was due to injuries and military deployments for Afghanistan, Katrina, Rita, all that stuff.
Right.
I always had to keep pulling out of fights. Always getting out of shape. Because shit, when I got the military, dog, like, believe it or not, we got fat as a motherfucker. We drank a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that was our release. We fucking finish our job, do whatever we had to do for the day and get fucked up all night. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what we did, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's like it came to a point that one of them had to go. Well, my guys, it was a rumor they were going to go to Iraq. So that was my conflict. I did not want to get out and, you know, continue my job, which I love, and get into fighting, which I love. And then my unit goes to Iraq, and my guys, like I said, I was squad leader. My guys, who I was in charge of, get put under somebody else, and they one of them ended up getting killed over it. Like, that shit would have ate me. Like,
Right.
that would have ate me up. You know what I'm saying? I already have a bad taste in my mouth because a friend of mine, Irvin George, and it's kind of a good thing I didn't go, but I tried to go with him, and they ended up not letting me go. And me and him would have been in the same truck riding, right? Well, it just so happened to end up his truck got hit with 2 rockets,
Oh man.
and the passenger died.
Oh man.
That would have been me.
Wow. Damn.
You know, because we would have been riding together. That would have been
Yeah.
me. It just so happened, and that also that dude is my homeboy, the dude that got killed.
Right.
You know, so it's like fuck.
Yeah.
That should have been me. Should I feel grateful that I didn't go, or should I feel sad that he went in my stead and now his family is missing him? Because he had kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Like you said, though, man,
Fuck.
everybody signs their name on the dotted line.
Yeah.
They're all responsible.
oh no, get it twisted. I'm responsible. Everybody's responsible for their own actions. It's still in my head. That's
Right
my
on.
dog, bro. You know what I'm saying? That man is gone now, and I wanted to go with him. I should have went with him, but I didn't. I got told I couldn't, so now he died instead of me.
Wow.
But I'm also still a big believer on everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But it still is a hard pill to swallow when you know that this man that you was cool with, and you gotta see his family every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're saddened that their dad is gone, and I'm here. When they're like, that could have been me.
Yeah.
You know? And I mean, it's shit like that that eats me. But
Oh,
it
it's
eats
heavy,
me,
man.
dog.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. But I mean, once again, it's a burden that we all carry. I mean, not all. It's a burden that some people have to carry. You just got to carry it well. You know.
Yeah.
It is what it is, bro. You know, it's not something I like, but it's part of the game. It's part of my life. It's made me what I am.
Right. You know, we were talking a few days ago about your time in the military. And you said something that kind of stuck with me and kind of blew my mind because you mentioned earlier that you were deployed to New Orleans post Katrina when things really went into just complete anarchy. And you told me straight up that
Fuck yeah.
it was worse than fucking Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Like, could you explain this? Like,
All right, and you got to understand this also coming from my point of view.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you got some of the people that was just in the shit all the time in Afghanistan.
Uh-huh.
They probably would have
Right, the guys going through Fallujah probably have a different.
they have a different mindset.
Right.
But
Yeah,
also,
yeah, right, that's true.
they might not.
Right.
Because Katrina got bad, my dog. Like, it got bad. And the one reason that it made it worse to me was the fact that this is my home country. This is my people. These are my neighbors. Like, this
Right.
is an hour down the road from where I live. And all this chaos is going on, and what the fuck can I do to help? You know? Like, at first, it's like we're going through rescuing people out their houses, whoever's, you know, needs the drowning, whatever, all that stuff. Then it's like, fuck, it's like now I'm fighting off these motherfucking gang members that's going through killing, raping, and shit. And it's like, nigga, you, like, what the fuck? Like, everybody's in the same situation. Why are you fucking it up worse? Like, you, what the fuck, dog? You know? And like, one story I have is this dude, another story where I kind of shouldn't be here. This guy, we were giving out MREs and water to people at they were by the convention center, right?
Oh, real quick, what's an MRE for anybody?
MRE, meals ready to eat. That's what it's
Uh-huh.
called. It's like the army meals they give you in a plastic bag.
Yeah.
And you heat the shit up with water. And it's pretty good.
Didn't know that.
Actually, it's not that good unless you just like me. You can eat slop. You know? I'll make a 5-star meal out of anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
But like we're feeding them MREs and water. We had to give one per person because previously at the Superdome, once again the gang members, what they would do, they would come in, they'd be like, man, I need this many, and they would give them everything they said. But then they would take that up to where they was at, and it wouldn't be enough for everybody else.
Oh, wow.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how they were doing it. So we did the one per person. Well, this guy came up, and a rule they made was if they come up to you with the IDs of everybody needed for it, then you can give it to them.
Sure.
Well, this guy comes up, he's like, man, I need 23 MREs and water. That's an odd ass ass number.
Right.
23. All right. It's like, dog, look, I can't give you that. I'm like, if you got any IDs on everybody, I can give you as many as you have of the IDs. You know, because also, you know, it's post Katrina. Not everybody has all the belongings, don't have IDs. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, I got all these people there. I was like, well, you need to at least get some of them to come up here too. You know what I'm saying? So you can vouch for it. And he was like, nah, fuck that. I was like, look, this is what you do. You go over there, get a few of them to come back. You can even skip this line, because, dog, that line was long, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, when I say everybody went through once, dog, and that line lasted 8 hours, cuz, like, it was a long ass fucking line.
Wow.
So, you know, I'm like, dog, you can come back through the front. I got you. I'll help you bring that shit back. He's like, man, fuck that. Da, 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 da. I was like, well, fuck, here you go then. I gave him his water and his MRE, and I turned my back. I hear, man, fuck you, clink, 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 clink. And I turn around. He had a fucking butcher knife.
Oh,
nigga pulled that bitch out to stab me and dropped that bitch, dog. Like, as he pulled it out, he dropped it.
Oh man.
And he took off running. Y'all beat the shit out that motherfucker.
I guess so.
He's like, dog, because I didn't want to give you 23 motherfucking MREs when I'm I'm out here to help y'all motherfuckers. I ain't got no attitude or nothing, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And you want to stab me because I don't want to give you extra shit, dog? You got all these motherfucking hungry niggas out here and you trying to be selfish? It's like, dog, like, look at our country. You go to Afghanistan, cuz, it'd be one motherfucking chicken. Bony as a bitch. 8 niggas eating off that motherfucker, dog. They sharing that bitch, dog, because they know the value of that shit. They have so little. They have so little.
That's America. You know, then that's America.
That's what I'm saying.
The land
That's why
of
it hurts
excess,
me, bro.
and just like we just devour.
That's why that shit hurt me, bro, so much. Like when I came back, and then after
that's what's shocking about it. You know, I talked to a police officer friend of ours, John O'Donohue, and that, you know, his comment about post Katrina in New Orleans was, he said, you know, if you had told me years ago that a city in America, a major city, could sort of descend into this state of just madness, I never believe you. Because you wouldn't think that this sort of thing, this just the looting, the mayhem happens in America, but it did.
I mean,
and very quickly.
But see, that's what I'm
it
saying.
didn't take that long.
People say that, dog, but you gotta understand. That shit is in the history books. Look at the riot, what riots that was after Martin Luther King got shot. Look at all the riots they had out there, dog. You know what I'm saying? And then it was another, I can't think of it. I forgot.
Rodney King?
Was it the riots after Rodney King?
Yeah, there was
a couple of riots. Yeah.
I'm just saying, though, like, people like, fuck it, after the Lakers won one time, dude, they had a fucking riot. Like, they burnt that bitch down, bro.
Yeah.
A person is smart. People are fucking stupid.
Wow, that's really great.
Yeah.
That's really great.
Like, just straight up, because you got, like, a person by itself, he's going to think individually. You put a whole bunch of motherfuckers together.
Yeah.
The alpha male is going to think, everybody else is going to follow.
Right.
And that alpha male could be the dumbest motherfucker.
Right.
He's
the alpha at that time.
Everybody's going to follow. And that's what's fucked up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because all it took was one motherfucker start yelling and shooting. Everybody like, yeah, you know, like, yeah. Then, like we said before, it started escalating. One motherfucker took it to the next limit. Fuck it, let's burn the car.
I mean, that's basic marketing 101. I mean, even in your ads on TV, it's gonna be like, everybody's using this product. And they use that to just
group mentality.
You
The
know,
herd.
The herd, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's
right.
It's just, bro. And after Katrina, it's just like, it's just to see what people would do to each other.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like,
and all people. You told me. What was the story about the cop who stole the Escalade?
Oh yeah, bro.
I love this one, by the way.
So these motherfucking cops, like a bunch of the cops are dirty too. I mean, NOPD not known for their
morals,
nice their morals,
right?
You know what I'm
Integrity,
saying?
yeah.
But, and also, I will say, like I say all the time, sometimes that's a necessary evil, especially
Right.
out of New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? It's not the best place. Anyway, these motherfuckers, Katrina hits. Obviously, they lose their cars or whatever. These niggas go to a Cadillac dealership. One nigga took a fucking Cadillac Escalade SUV, screwed in the blue lights on the inside, and was going around using that bitch as a cop car, nigga. Stole that motherfucker, dog. Stole that bitch, and I'm not making it up because I watched that nigga come down the fucking aisle. I watched him come down like, nigga, like you still got like nothing on the license plate. You know what I'm saying? Like coming out like.
Well, wasn't there a hotel on Canal Street?
Yeah, I didn't know the cops get Escalades.
I know there was a hotel on Canal Street where they took over a floor and basically like they wouldn't let anybody in. They were just hoarding goods in there until they could get them out.
Wow.
And the next thing you know, now that said, I know for a fact because I go down there and train in New Orleans quite a bit that the NOPD has almost had a complete overhaul. Like the personnel has almost been like completely weeded out, and they're bringing in people from all over the country to be NOPD because it was so bad.
That Katrina opened their eyes a bit, cause dog, like after that you guys also understand. Like I rode with them niggas, like really. After a while, I was MP out there, like we was riding around with NOPD.
Right.
And dog, I seen these niggas like. Like Grant, all right, one story. Grant, this kid deserved. The kid did shoot up a fucking car with an AK before all this happened. You know what I'm saying? 16-year-old kid shot up a car with an AK. So we finally get this.
Whoa, was anybody in the car, or he just was blasting?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He killed one person.
Oh man.
So we got him cornered like it was a block. We had him cornered in that block. I was on this corner. Then we had people in the corner, whatever. Funny part about that is the motherfucker runs out by me, right? I guess he did that shit on purpose. He knew I couldn't chase him. That motherfucker ran out by me, dog. I took off. Boom. 3 steps into it, tripped on my own 2 feet. Boom! Tumbled, hit the ground. Rocked back up, running again. 10 steps into it, tripped on my feet again. Boom! I laid there and said, man, fuck it. He got away, man. But somebody else caught, like, he ran back in, like, he got himself back in that same block somehow. We cornered him, and we got him. Put cuffs on this nigga, right?
Yeah.
And we standing him up. And it was all Army people that did this. You know what I'm saying? Fucking NOPD rose up by himself. You know what I'm saying? He like, hey, motherfucker, didn't I tell you not to fucking run? The kid's in cuffs. Like, the kid's like this. You know what I'm saying? Cuffs behind him, not in front of him. He's like, motherfucker, didn't I tell you not to run? Boom! Punched him in his chest. Dude hit the ground. We all like, whoop! He picked him up again. Bitch, didn't I tell you not to? Beat the shit out of that boy right there, dog.
Damn.
I'm saying, but like, what do you say? Like,
Right.
I mean, do I have remorse for this kid? He just shot up a car, you know what I'm saying? But still and all, like,
They still, that police officer has a job to do, and he has lines that he shouldn't cross. Now, am I saying you should have done anything? No. I ain't saying I would have done anything, but I'm saying morally, I can sit here and say that is wrong to treat.
Yeah, fuck
you know, you're supposed to be a law enforcement professional.
that's what I'm saying. Then what people don't understand is like now that kid knows, like now that kid's not gonna have any respect for any law
no,
enforcement.
He's gonna stop when a cop pulls
Yeah,
him over.
no,
He's
he don't give a fuck
legit
about
now.
nothing. He's gonna shoot the next cop he sees. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it is now, and people don't understand that shit.
But that takes forward thinking, which is something that a lot of unintelligent people don't have.
Which will get a lot of cops. I'm saying, bro, it is like JC was talking about the other day. Talking about now you can get fired for your IQ level as a cop. So they want you to have
Is
a
that
low.
true? Or I haven't looked into that.
I don't know. JC says a lot of shit, so I don't know. I'm saying like JC said a lot of shit, dog. I don't be knowing if it's true, but I'm too lazy to look the shit up. I just take your word for it. I tell other people, and if y'all believe me, like fuck it, maybe it's right.
Yeah. That would take a 10-second Google search. Fuck that.
I will say I know that a lot of jobs take your credit score now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's very common. Whatever the fuck since that.
Right.
I don't have any money, so I'm trying to work for you to get some. So my credit shit. Where's the cycle? Like it doesn't work.
It
My
does seem
credit
unfair.
shit is not gonna affect my
Maybe
job.
if I get this
I know,
motherfucking
right?
job, then I can get some good credit.
And I can pay
pay
shit
shit
off.
off.
That'd be awesome, guys.
It's my
Yeah.
credit
System.
bad because I had to keep using that motherfucker because I ain't had no job.
And again, that's the system we live in, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So moving on to kind of a different topic. Again, so you just got married a while ago, huh, man?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. How was that so far? Not
It's
still in the
good,
honeymoon
you know
phase.
what
Right
I'm
on, right on.
I enjoy it. We live that separate life right now, which I actually think is helping.
Really?
It's hurting and helping. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I live in Mobile now, but I'm working out here.
Uh-huh.
So Friday afternoons to Monday around noon, I'm in Mobile,
Mm-hmm.
and then rest of the time I'm here
Mhm.
working. All I do out here is work. And it's just, living in separate kind of makes us miss each other. So every weekend.
No, man, that's legit. That's legit.
Every
I
weekend
get
I
it.
go home. Every time I go home, bro, like she's excited to see me, and I'm excited to see her.
Right on.
And it's like it's brand new. So that's. But also it does give me that because we live separate. I don't wake up to her every morning. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie. I got a wife, nigga. That's what I want.
Right.
I want to wake
Yeah.
up to my wife, nigga. You know what
sure.
I'm saying? I'm not trying to wake up to Queen, my dog. But I do also understand that it's a means to an end, and it's for a reason. Like she's doing her thing with her residency. When she finishes that, we're gonna move to where we move. Hopefully here.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I'm staying here. I'm still continuing here, so I can better myself in my profession, in my my personal training, and in my fighting, so that whenever I go wherever I go, I can just pick up where I left off at. It probably, if I'm not here or in Florida, it'll probably end my fight career. You know what I'm saying? I just don't trust anybody else to train.
Sure.
So I'll just end up being a trainer. Going back to doing that, just training people. And if that's not successful, or I'm struggling with that too much, I can always get back in the military.
Yeah.
I got 8 years. Actually, my plan is to do it once I finish fighting in the MMA. Going back, I got 8 years till I retire. So that's another reason why it was hard for me to get out. I did 12 and it was hard. Like 8 left. That's all I got. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, that's actually That's real. Yeah, I could hear that. I probably would have saved that 8 if you ended well.
Yeah, so it was. That's why that decision was hard to do. But
Right.
Yeah, right on. So you're still pretty new to the married thing, man. But I think it's interesting when I talk to I'm at this age where a lot of my guy friends are married now, and it's interesting. Guys have a very selective memory of their single lives because you know what it is, guys. We always think of the highlights.
Yeah.
I had the same discussion with a friend a while ago, and he was like, "Yeah, man, when I was single, it was so awesome and awesome." And I stopped him, and I was like, "I'm not gonna use his real name. I'll call him Brian." I was like, "Brian, you went to prison. You told me." Oh yeah, well there's that one thing, but dude, I had this bachelor pad night, girls over. I was like, wow, really selective memory there, because at some point, I guess you sort of cash out, you sort of cash in your chips. If you're a guy with any kind of savviness about you, and you're not the kind of guy who marries the first girl who touches your dick, but you actually assess the situation and experience different things, and at some point, you just say, okay, well look, this is the situation I want, this is the compromise I'm willing to make. So, how do you feel about that? Is there anything you're going to miss about... You mentioned before, you weren't a big nightlife guy. You weren't a big going out kind of guy. No. Are there things you're going to miss about the single life, or is it just...
Chase.
Huh? Really,
Chase.
Yeah.
I mean, dog, like we started off earlier, every man is a conqueror.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing like conquering something new.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a new move, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. A new dance, whatever, fuck. Pussy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, when your dick get hard, nigga, you're not thinking... I believe a dick got a brain. I'm just saying, dog. Because real shit.
Oh, you do some dumb shit.
You even said it one day. You even said it one day. You broke it down. The smartest thing you ever told me, because I used that shit. You said, if you ever want to cheat on your old lady, beat your dick first and nut, and then see if you still want to do it.
You know, it's interesting. We all have different perspective on them, because in the South, it's almost like you're programmed to all right, so you get married at 21, start working and have kids, and then that's that. I think it's different in other places, but in the South, that's almost how you're programmed, because I got married when I was 21 years old, or 20 years old. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know you were that young. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My wife was super young, too. I mean, we got together when she was 17.
So Dustin Poirier, nigga, Dustin Poirier, him and his wife been together since they were 19. They've been married since they were 19. They've been in they were dating since high school. Well,
right.
High school and shit. I really do believe. I think you're right on that. Southern is more based around family oriented. Right. When you go up north, it's more job and goal oriented. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's kind of a mistake to get married super. It's good. It's got positive.
I agree.
It's got a positive and negative. Here's the thing. I had my daughter early, and I got married early. So when I'm 40 years old, my daughter is graduating high school.
Right
She's 18 years old. So I'm only 40 years old, and I'm done raising kids. Yeah. So that's awesome. That part, I'm free now. I get to fly. But that said, on the other hand, the person I was at 20 and the person I am today are so entirely different.
Yeah.
Man. It's it's am I going to make a decision to be with this one person the rest of my life right now? We don't even know who we are yet.
All right, I'm going to tell you like this then. I'm glad you said it. I got a perfect example. Me and my wife now. When we first met, I was 19, freshman in college. She had a boyfriend at the time, whatever. They dated for a long time. If me and my wife would have started dating then, we would not be together right now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that spurt I went through from 24 to about 26, 27, where I was all them drugs, fucking everything that had a pussy and a pulse. You know what I'm saying? Just always, that's when I was kind of into the nightlife a little bit too, you know what I'm saying? Because I was on all them drugs, bro. I just was fucking loose, out there doing it. And my wife, we stopped talking for a while. It was a year or something where we stopped talking, and she didn't know shit about that life. She didn't know nothing about that life. Right. We would talk every now and then, but she didn't know I was living like that, cuz. And if we would have been broke up, she'd have hated my guts, cause I'd have fucked over her clean.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'd have fucked clean over, cause all I was about was pussy, and new pussy. You know what I'm saying? I could fuck a bitch and I'd be like, all right, after a week, I don't want to fuck you no more. You got the best pussy in the world. I don't want to fuck you no more.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find something.
Yeah.
New. Man, that's how it was, dog. Not to say I was a player, fucking everything every night. I wish I was.
Yeah, but you're a guy.
I handled my business when I did it. And it's just now I'm calm. I've seen all that shit. I don't need to live that life no more. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. That's why I do agree with you. Now I feel like getting in a relationship when you're young is good because you can see each other grow.
Right.
But getting married, no, because you never know. Because the thing about it, you're seeing each other grow, but what if you grow like this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What if I'm going this way and you go that way? I mean, that's what it is. Like once you get older, like once you hit 30, bro, you settled in your ways. You know what I'm saying? There ain't too much changing about to happen. You settled in your ways, so that's who you're going to be. You know what I'm saying? Dog, 18 to 25, do you know how much you become a man, dog? You become a man, so you're gonna grow. You're gonna do a whole bunch of dumb shit all the way through, cuz.
Yeah.
You're gonna do a whole bunch of dumb shit that once you turn 30, you're gonna be like, man, what the fuck was I thinking, dog? You know what I'm saying? Because then after 26 through 30, that's when everything starting to settle. You finding your way, you finding your own, and you settling in it. Before that, dog, shit.
I like what Andrew, you told me this the other day when we were talking about marriage. You were saying, you said we were talking about it. You said, you know, not being married, I'll probably miss out on a few life experiences here and there. He said, but on the other hand, there are no consequences. I can do whatever it is that I want to do.
Maybe that's not always a positive thing, though.
If I want to stay up till 4 a.m. playing video games with Koreans, then like I can do that.
Yeah. If I just want to say something to somebody, what you're gonna do? Get mad? Because you know the other reason I think that eventually monogamy marriage is gonna be a healthy option is that. You talked earlier about sort of the conquer mentality, just chasing new pussy all the time. And the problem with that game is that it never ends. There is no end game. Because it doesn't matter. There is no summit. There isn't.
It's just like time, nigga.
It's like
crack. Gonna always be new.
Right. There's always new. And it doesn't matter the quality. It doesn't matter. I mean, I think maybe all of us in the room have experienced this at one point during our single lives. You know, you conquer what you're chasing. You get that trophy. In your mind, you get that win. And then you know what? And then you have your eye on another win. It's just like being in that kind of constantly state, man.
That is why I am married.
Right, because
I really got tired of that shit.
Yeah, because you realize like, wait a minute, there's no summit, unless you marry, in which you like, okay, I'm happy with this, and I move on with that. That's why a lot of the, some really close friends of mine, and I'm not gonna again mention names, were like real players, like real, not like they go out and no, like they have like rotations of women coming in at scheduled dates. It's actually really fascinating to watch. But it really is. I was like, really, guys, how do you do this?
Sits on the couch and he's like, oh yeah, she's coming. Yeah, she was here.
And just building an algorithm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I had a lot of
every 30 minutes. This woman shows up for 3 seconds and then does this, then goes here.
Oh man, let me tell one of my very good friends in Memphis, and I'm not going to use his name. I'm going to call him Mark, which is not at all close to his real name. So Mark and I were roommates, and you would never guess that the guy just had this kind of career. If you met him, he's a very likable guy, very chill guy, handsome guy, but just very laid back. And he never really talked to me about his love life. But just living with him, I noticed that a lot of girls were coming over. They would come over on scheduled days and times, and they'd always bring food. That was amazing. They'd always bring him something. So half the time it wouldn't happen to go down. He was so subtle about it. Like a couple of us would be on the couch, like watching. We'd usually be smoking weed because that's what we did. So Mark would go there on his cell phone, and he'd be texting, and he'd just get up and leave for a while. Now his room, which was the largest room in the house, had a back door. So he'd be gone for maybe 20, 30 minutes or more, and then he'd come back in a different set of clothes, and he'd bring on, I remember one day he put a big bowl of nacho cheese, and put it, like, hey guys, try this. And I was like, oh wow, where'd that come from, man? He's like, oh, Sarah came over. I was like, when? I was like, oh, she just left. So I realized like he had these girls on scheduled days and times, and so finally I just picked one day I just picked his I just started picking his brain. I was like, dude, like, okay, what are you doing? Like, how is this possible, and how does it even work? So he just opens up about his entire philosophy and his state of mind. It's really fascinating stuff. But the problem is, eventually, this guy just kind of broke down. Like, eventually, and now I think he has hopefully a serious girlfriend. I don't know.
I mean, what you gotta understand, though. Yeah. All right, honestly, as a married man, how hard is it to constantly keep one woman pleased?
Oh man, I'm not even married. I could tell you.
I'm just saying, it's nothing. And not saying that like that's bad.
Yeah,
and
they can say the same thing about
us.
That's
what I was about to say.
True.
It's not saying that it's bad on women. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like that's what it is. So if you getting all these fucking women coming through, you gotta keep all these bitches happy, dog. I'm not saying you gotta keep them happy the way you gotta.
That sounds like a nightmare.
That's what I'm saying. But you gotta like, you can't let them get mad at you because a mad woman, dog. You get a bunch of bitches mad at you, your life gonna be hell.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is what it is, dog. Women can make a man's life hell.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh
bro.
yeah.
I mean, like the greatest thing my dad ever told me about marriage: happy wife, happy life, man.
Right.
And that's just real talk. That's just real talk. Because I mean, we can be as mad as we want to at our wife. Your wife, I mean, it's gonna get to her. You know what I'm saying? But she'll get over that shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, your wife mad at you, dog, and she upset at you, don't talk to you, whatever, got an attitude with you, you gonna be mad as a motherfucker. You're like, man, why she being like that, man? Fuck. Man, she can leave, you gonna be at home playing your game, like, man, fuck, why she gonna be like that, dog? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna be mad, dog. You like, for no reason, you gonna start thinking about it again, man, fuck. Like, damn, you know?
Yeah.
That's what it is, dog. So you try doing that shit with like, hey, well, man, you crazy.
Yeah.
That's like the motherfuckers that you see that like whatever religion it is, like over here, not
Oh, the
Muslim
Mormons
people.
or whatever, when they have like.
Hey, wives!
They're not polygamous anymore, to be fair, but yeah.
Are
they used to
you,
be,
are you serious? You got 8 motherfucking wives?
Oh, they got some of them. Go watch that show, Sister Wives. That's
Oh well, yeah, okay, but they're like the real radical sect, yeah.
Oh man, that sounds like hell. Like
Oh yeah, no.
like no way, man. That's
You
too much
gotta think about it.
responsibility.
Are you kidding me?
Think about it, bro. Women, when they get on their period, it's like if a bunch of women together, they get on at the same
Right?
time.
They sync
Nigga,
up.
they sync up. Nigga, think about it. You got 8 grown ass women on the period, nigga. Like, I don't
And
fuck-
you know what you're talking about? You still got a week where you can't have sex.
Yes! You got 8 women and you still got a week where you gotta go chase some new pussy. You know what I'm saying, dog? Like, bro, could you imagine the fury that's going on there? If it's not with you, it's with each other, dog. You
Yeah.
gotta hear that
Yeah.
shit. Hey, ho, you
You
think
gotta
them 8
mediate.
bitches
You're
gonna get along?
You'll be like, Daddy.
Yup, you think these 8 bitches about to get along? Hell no, nigga. Shit. You think 8 dudes with a full of testosterone in the building? Bro, you put 8 fucking women on their period in the fucking building together, nigga.
They might be meaner and more calculating and more like, yeah.
Ain't no mic to it, nigga. Ain't no mic to it. They gonna destroy everything.
Oh man. So one thing I bet you don't miss about single life is you mentioned earlier you did a little bit of the nightlife thing. You know what I learned? What no one ever told me about the nightlife, the clubs. It sucks. It's fucking stupid, man.
I've never been a fan of the club. I've never
man.
even picked up women in a club. It's just never
It's
been my
just
style.
like
I used to go just because I like to go out and wild.
Yeah, I would go hang out with
Yeah.
some friends sometimes.
Yeah, I would go out.
But
That's
it always
right.
seemed like, man, I'm paying like $8 for a beer and
Yeah.
like
That's
you
what I
know,
like.
and then I don't really. I got the music so loud that I really can't even have a conversation.
Right.
You know, it's like, man,
And see that
this is
like
not.
I don't go like if I go out like when I used to go out to dance and motherfucking dance. So like
Right.
with me,
You
it
actually
was
like
like
dancing, yeah.
It was good fucking nigga. Come on now. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I would go out there and wild out and dance and stuff, but it still is like, you know, that shit gets redundant. It's like, all right, you know, it's not like, and it's just like that same high you get from the first time you do whatever, you know what I'm saying? You go out there, you had a blast that night, you know what I'm saying, at this club, this new club, whatever. Like when City Bar first opened, man, the first night I went out there, dog, I had a blast. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go out for another while, but I went the next time, like, damn, you know, wild out again, it's gonna be fun. I mean, I'm just like, man, you know, it's just not the same, dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
because there's not much to it, man. It's very superficial.
Yeah, this shit gets redundant, dog. You know what I'm saying? You start seeing the same people.
Yeah.
You know, and all that stuff. That's it.
Oh god, that's the other thing about nightlife that sucks, man. It's you see the same faces like if you go out on the weekends or whatever,
Fucking drunkards, boy.
and it gets depressing, man. It's like, oh my god.
You get them drunkards, bro. I can't stand them drunkards.
You know, but is it really depressing? Or is it just like that's just what they do? Or are they going?
Depends
Is it
on your
depressing
state of
because they're
mind.
going there looking for something that they've never found?
I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't
I can
think
see how that would be. I can see how that would
Yeah.
be.
don't
But I
think
mean,
it's
like,
depressing.
you know,
I
you
think
go
it's
play
just-
golf or something on
Yeah,
like
that's
Friday. That's your
like
thing.
that's
you know?
like because you got some people like partying is just what they do.
Yeah.
Every Friday they gonna be here. You know what I'm saying?
See-
Like you gotta think about it. When it happens, I don't even know if they do it anymore. But every Thursday used to have that like everybody would be here on Thursday nights. Like
Yeah.
it be the same people. That girl Mike Taylor come here. She's always inviting me. I never went. I ain't tired of that shit. But I
Yeah.
mean, like every Thursday, same people in there drinking and partying. You know what I'm saying? Like, Scott used to go to that shit. Every Thursday, drinking and partying, same
Yeah.
motherfuckers. What? It's just what they do. That's that's their time. That's what they
Right.
enjoy doing. Me, I enjoy going home and smoking weed. Is that sad? No, that's just what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I like to do. That's how I relax. That's how I come on there. Some people like to go drink.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On the weekend, if they're off work, they ain't got nothing to do, especially they ain't got no kids, fuck it. Go party.
I guess it's just for me. It's kind of like interesting to see the personality types that do that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like they go there and they pretend to be something that they're not.
That's what I'm getting at.
But you know what? Here's the other side of that token. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's comical when I see people that like, you know, I know they broke his shit, but they acting like they got all this money. But I know they broke his shit, but they play this role like they run town. But you know, on the other hand, I could say like, well, man, let this dude live his dream.
Yeah,
you know, like don't bust his bubble. Like let him do him. You know, like is it hurting me that he's you know perpetrating something that he's not? It's really not at all. You know, so you know, more power to you, my brother.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, my thing is, you do whatever you gotta do to make you happy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you going out and being like feeling like you a baller for the night, ball the fuck out, man.
And you know what? Again, bringing that up, that's why Facebook and social media can be, you know, a negative thing because you start seeing these types of people and you're like, man, fuck this motherfucker. Like, what is this fake ass motherfucker? But,
I know.
Because it's in your face all the time. But if you just run to do the club, like, man, it's all good.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just like people involved in everyone's part of their lives they shouldn't be involved in.
Do you feel like, I don't know, I sometimes wonder if too much of American culture is a facade, is bullshit.
It's
too much of it is fake.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you.
Too much of it is fake,
look,
man.
you about to, and I gotta go work in 10 minutes. I'm gonna tell you like this. Because you touched the nerve. Real shit. The biggest problem I have right now is children are getting raised off fake shit. They watching TV and they seeing this shit and they thinking this is real shit. And so many motherfucking parents today, and I'm not saying all. So many motherfucking parents today are letting electronics run their kids and raise their kids. You know what I'm saying? You can think about it. Motherfuckers get to, like, somebody at his house doing whatever, he'll give his kid a tablet. Like, go play, go watch this. Instead of taking the time being like, hey, come on, let's create this. Let's play G.I. Joe. Get some action figures. Blah, blah. Look at fucking, back one of the nice gangsters memes I've ever saw. It was back in the day when you wanted to find your friends. This is how we found them. And it was a whole bunch of kids on a bike. You know what I'm saying? You're going riding around to find your friends. Now it's like, you know, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? What you doing?
Right.
I'm chilling, me too. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I gave my daughter books.
That's what I'm saying. That's what a lot of people understand. Like, they're letting, and that girl, Joni, she's a member here at the gym. Joni. I commend her so much. That woman, every night when a child goes to sleep, she finds something to do for the next day that's informative for her child and fun to do. And she creates it. Like, she creates it.
Let me ask you a question. How many kids she got?
One.
Exactly. Because let me tell you what the pattern is. This is what I've noticed in people.
Yeah.
The first one, that's how they treat them.
Oh, yeah.
The second one, a little less. The third one, that motherfucker swinging from the chandelier. That's all shit, man. That's your third kid. That's what
And you,
Hey,
and Josh has one kid. You have one kid. And Josh has
like
one daughter.
But see,
And she's a very well-behaved little girl.
But
and very
still in
smart.
all, though, still in all, like, you might not go all, like, you know, every night doing it, but still in all, you still raise your kid. You're still gonna raise your like, the third kid, you're still gonna raise them. You know what I'm saying? And if not, too, the kids above them, you raise them now to where they know your morals and everything.
Man,
and they're doing.
yes and no. I've seen some situations where people raise the first one, like, I'm talking, like, put so much work into them, but then, like, the second, third, I'm telling you, they just don't do it. And, you know, I say I would do it, but I ain't in their situation, so I can't say, you know. I would hope that I would, but you know what? I ain't gonna find out. Because I'm one and done, son. If another one pops up my wife, we going to get a test.
We gonna get this bitch ain't mine.
Remember that divorce stuff we was talking about? I might reconsider that.
I don't know, man. You touched on something interesting, man. Do you think maybe if there's a generation of Americans just kind of being raised on filtered reality, on things that are entirely superficial, so when they grow up, they don't know how to distinguish the bullshit from...
Here you go right here.
Yeah.
Look at TV. Reality TV.
Right.
Reality TV is the
in
fakest
quotations.
shit ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And all these motherfuckers thinking that's what it is. What the basketball wives? Oh my fucking god!
Basketball wise, I haven't seen that one.
Oh my god! It's a bunch of bitches that used to be married to motherfucking basketball stars and shit.
That sounds awful.
And living their life, dog. And bro,
That
it's
sounds
just
terrible.
like all they do is they're like, oh, I got this. He owes me that. He owes me this. It's like, no, bitch. No, you go and get it for yourself. You got all these motherfucking kids out here thinking that they need to go get a motherfucking basketball husband, get pregnant, and if you get a divorce, oh well, he gonna take care of you. No, bitch.
Right.
That ain't how you supposed to be.
That's the problem.
But
People
all
take it
these
at face
fucking kids
value.
think that's how it is. And then you got all these motherfucking kids thinking that, all right, I'm gonna go be like Lil Wayne. That's the dumbest nigga alive, cuz. That is the dumbest nigga alive, bro. Fuck that shit, bro. I hate him. Lil Booster, I hate that motherfucker,
I can't.
dog.
I think his music is
tell you,
terrible.
Like, some of the music, I used to jam it. And it went hard. You know what I'm saying? Because that was his story. He was speaking his story as he grew up. That's what it is. You grew up hard, you grew up hard. You know what I'm saying? You grew up in a rough life, you grew up in a rough life. You speaking that's fine. But now you talking that bullshit. You got these kids thinking you hard, thinking you about your business. Nigga, you just got out of jail. You just got out of jail when you should have been in a whole lot longer. You got away with murder. Why? Because you was too coward to do it yourself. You hired people to do it. But you sitting here speaking this shit like you'll do this, you'll do that, you the baddest motherfucker alive. No, you're not. You's a bitch. You rolled on the nigga that murdered for you.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
But still, no, you went to jail because of punk ass drug charge or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, You're not hard, dog. If I walked up to you right now, if it was me and you right now, I would take every piece of fucking jewelry you have on you. I would take every fucking piece of jewelry that bitch had on him.
And that'd be a lot of jewelry too.
And he would just sit there and let me do it. You know why? Because you're a bitch and he know I'll whoop his ass. That's just straight up what it is. And he can hear this shit if he want to, bro.
I'll fight T.I. after
Yeah.
that. I don't
Josh,
like
you,
T.I. I don't like T.I.
Josh is calling out T.I. So
my thing
make
is a lot of these motherfuckers, they talk that shit, that shit. But you got all these homeboys behind you. Talk that shit when you by yourself, nigga.
Right.
Talk that shit when it's me and you one-on-one. See what's gonna happen. I'm gonna fuck your word, nigga. I'm gonna fuck you in the ass. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh, Lord.
Nah, I'm saying, bro, these motherfuckers, they make me so mad, bro, because all these kids think that they the shit. No, they pussies, dog. They coward. They live behind the mic.
And it's just image, man. That's what I mean. And no one explains that this is just...
about it, and another thing about that, because you got motherfuckers that speaking real shit in rap now, too. But they're not popular. Why? Because everybody's pushing this fake shit now. They want that fake shit because that sells. Man, fuck that, man.
Man, you know, I'm a big fan of hip hop. Who are some of your favorite? I'm just curious. This is totally off the. Who are some of your favorite guys to listen to? Who's your famous rappers? None.
Well, I mean, all right. It depends on the mood I'm in. When I'm getting high, I'm listening to Wiz Khalifa because he always talking about smoking weed.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, getting amped up like for a fight or something like that. Lil Jon, honestly, turned on for what and shit. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It depends on what mood I'm trying to get.
Right
in,
on.
you know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, if you think about it, I don't ever listen to music for the lyrics because I think it's a bunch of bullshit they're speaking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I listen to music for the beat. I like the beats. You can cut off the lyrics and just put on the beat and I'm be jamming.
You just rap the hook over and over.
Yeah.
See, that's why, and people like, oh, you say that, but you know all the words. I know all the words because I hear this shit every day all the time.
Right, you're a personal
You know what I'm
trainer.
saying?
You run class.
I'm going to hear it, dog.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it is. I gotta get it.
Oh, you get out of here?
I gotta teach at 4 o'clock.
All right. Well, anyway, guys, we got to bounce because Webb has got to go fulfill his professional obligations.
Yep.
Thomas Webb, thanks so much for coming in and chatting with us, man. We appreciate it. And thanks for everybody for listening. This is Andrew Saul here with, once again, Josh Manque. So if you like what we're doing, if you like our little show, please share it. Please tell your friends about it because we'd like to keep this up. Thanks again, guys, and have a good one.
Peace.
Don't you ever, don't you ever, don't you ever come on, come on, come on. Come on, baby, 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 come on.